Smash the like button if you're not a race-hustling weirdo who cries about race all the time.
Oh yeah, by the way, make sure you watch my last video. I give my thoughts about Vince McMahon possibly wanting to dethrone Triple H as the head booker of the World Wrestling Federation. Now, let's talk about Carmelo Hayes and Ricochet. I agree with everything Ricochet said in that tweet, and that is facts on facts. I don't get it. Why is Ricochet so based as of late? I don't get it. Because when Ricochet was in the World Wrestling Federation, man, he was boring and corny on social media. But now, man, this guy is a megastar on social media. He speaks facts. Everything he said about Carmelo Hayes was right. It's like, why do you fans not realize this? Carmelo Hayes, he is signed to the World Wrestling Federation, the biggest company in the world, with the biggest platform. They make the most money. And the fact that Ricochet said that the World Wrestling Federation is the biggest brand in the world, even though he works for the ops, he works for the competition. This dude, he put over his old company. He thinks Carmelo Hayes should be grateful to be in the World Wrestling Federation, and that is facts. Now, as usual, if Carmelo Hayes is not being pushed, that means Paul Levesque is racist. Man, I wish I could run that fade with every single one of you who call Paul Levesque racist. I wish I could run that fade with you cowards. I wish. You don't realize, man, I hate you people. I really do. I hate you people. I'm gonna say it again, I hate you people, man. Fuck. You never say shit about Austin Theory being buried. He's white. I don't get it. Paul Levesque does not push Austin Theory. And yes, Austin Theory is the most talented guy on the roster next to Logan Paul. And yet, Austin Theory is a job guy. Even though he looks like $1 million, he has charisma. This man can talk. And yet, this man is a jobber. Literally. Jey Uso beat him in 2 minutes. So yes, nigga, he is a jobber. Now, at least Carmelo Hayes is on TV every week. Bruh, what do you want? Okay, he's not going to be in the Money in the Bank match. Who gives a fuck? He wasn't going to win, nigga. The fuck? Carmelo Hayes was not going to win. Who cares? Bruh, last time I checked, he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. So, he has been winning. He has. So, what do you want? Listen, Carmelo Hayes makes a lot of money. He works for the biggest brand in the world. Yes, I feel like Carmelo Hayes should be grateful. Don't be a mark. Be grateful. Because at least you're not Austin Theory. I gotta check. Is Austin Theory black? I gotta check. Is Grayson Waller black? I gotta check. Was Giovanni Vinci black? I gotta check. Is J.D. McDonald black? I gotta check, right? Is Kevin Cross black? I gotta check, right? Do you see where I'm going with this? Was Braun Strowman black? I gotta check. You see, you only want to call Paul Levesque racist when it suits your narrative. That's why I don't take none of you dumb fucks seriously. Listen, bruh, Carmelo Hayes, he's very good, but he's where he should be, a mid-card guy. That's what he is. He's a mid-card guy. I've been saying that for the past 3 years. It's just everything that Carmelo Hayes did in NXT, you think that should translate to Raw and SmackDown. No. Carmelo Hayes is a Shawn Michaels guy. Hold on. Right on cue. Hold on, bitch. Right on cue. I made a video last month about what it means to be a Shawn Michaels guy. Hold on, bro. Last night on SmackDown, Javon Evans lost. Javon Evans took a pin in his debut match on SmackDown. What does that tell you? His first match on SmackDown? Javon Evans takes a pin? What does that tell you, bitch? There's a huge difference between being a Shawn Michaels guy and a Paul Levesque guy. That's what he is. Javon Evans is a Shawn Michaels guy. Carmelo Hayes a Shawn Michaels guy. Of course, they don't see eye to eye on every talent. Have you seen LFG? Have you seen LFG? Taker, Booker T, Bully Ray. They don't see eye to eye on every talent. That's how that works. You have unrealistic expectations for Carmelo Hayes. He's 5'8", okay, bitch? He's 5'8". What do you want? He's not a main eventer. He's too small. He's too short. He can't be a main eventer in 2025, right? You have to make up your mind. You want to say that Triple H, he pushes small men. Okay, by that same logic, why are you complaining about Carmelo Hayes? He's short, he's small, but yet Triple H is not using him as a top guy. It has zero to do with race. I don't get you dumb fucks. Jacob Fatu, he's Samoan. Jay, Samoan. Dirty ass Dominic, Latino. What do you want? What are you asking for? I don't get it. Montez Ford, Dawkins, they are the tag team champions. Now, niggas want to say, oh, how come they don't have any matches on pay-per-view? Because, nigga, nobody cares about those tag team titles. Okay, by your same logic, how come the New Day don't have any fucking pay-per-view tag team matches? It goes hand in hand. The War Raiders never had not one match on pay-per-view as tag team champions. So, fuck you, right? Fuck you. Let's go back to the Judgment Day. Finn Balor, J.D. McDonough. Those two men never had not one match on pay-per-view as tag team champions. Bro, that's how they view the tag team titles. But I respect how Paul Levesque books, meaning he's not Tony Khan. Tony Khan will force you on the card, but you say Marks, you want to say Tony Khan books too many matches. You think these shows are too long. Well, by that same logic, he's trying to satisfy you sickos, right? You want to complain that, oh, this guy, this female should be on the card. Well, by that same logic, you will make these shows even longer. Triple H, he feels like you should earn your spot at a pay-per-view. If your angle is boring, if your angle is not that good or attractive, no, bitch, you should not be on the card. Because by that same logic, you will make the show even more longer. If you put on worthless matches, just imagine if the last pay-per-view had worthless matches that nobody cares about. That sounds like All Elite Wrestling, where they put worthless matches on the card. For example, I think it was Adam Coleslaw, Roddy, Kyle versus the Don Callis family last week at Double or Nothing. That match should be on Dynamite Collision. Why was that match at a pay-per-view? So you can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, how come Paul Levesque doesn't book the tag team titles at pay-per-views? Well, bitch, Vince McMahon also did it. Vince McMahon also did that same thing. Nobody cares about those tag team titles. That's how that works. It doesn't matter who holds them. Let's stop pretending like Vince McMahon gave a shit about those tag team titles. Fuck you. But yes, I feel like Carmelo Hayes should be grateful to have his current spot on the roster. What do you want? He's not world champion material. What do you want? Let's say he was in the Money in the Bank match. Who cares? He's not going to win. So who gives a fuck? Shut up. I agree with Ricochet. Why complain? He's on TV every week. He's with The Miz. It's like you can't have it all, man. You can't have it all. Everybody has to lose. Everybody has to win. If you want to put over Malachi Black, I'm sorry. Carmelo Hayes has to take a pinfall. I'm sorry. That's how that works. It's just you guys overhyped Carmelo Hayes. I tried to warn you. He's not that guy. I tried to warn you about Carmelo Hayes for the past 3 years. I told you that the main roster, they value Trick Williams more than Carmelo Hayes, but you didn't want to believe me. Who's right now? Right? Who's right? I'm always right. I told you Look at Trick Williams, a two-time NXT World Champion, North American Champion. He is a NXT fake pro wrestler, and yet he's the current TNA World Heavyweight Champion. So I know about fake pro wrestling more than you. I know talent. And Melo is a mid-card guy, okay? Stop it. He's a mid-card guy. You better be lucky, okay? You better be lucky that Vince McMahon is not booking these shows. Because who's to say that Carmelo Hayes would still be on the roster if Vince McMahon was running the show? So please be grateful that Carmelo Hayes is even on TV every week wrestling. That's all that matters. He makes tons of money. He works for the biggest brand in the world. He should be grateful for a job. He's not Austin Theory. Austin Theory has been getting fucked over for the past 4 years. He's different. Austin Theory does not deserve to be a jobber because y'all gotta make up your fucking mind, right? You always say, oh, Jack Perry, he needs to be more bigger. He needs more muscle. Well, Austin Theory has what you want, but yet you don't like Austin Theory just because he's a Vince McMahon guy. Let's be real. Most of you dumb fucks, you are jealous of Austin Theory because he looks better than your average fake pro wrestler. And I agree with Ricochet. Carmelo Hayes would be selfish if he wants more in the World Wrestling Federation. Like, bruh, you gotta earn your spot. That's all. Earn it. It should not be given. Earn it. You work for the biggest brand in the world. You make good money. You on TV every week. What else do you want? A world title? Nah, bitch. You are not that over. How is that Paul Levesque's fault? It's not his fault that Carmelo Hayes was always a mid-card guy. Listen, Paul Levesque, he made Austin Theory cash in on a mid-card belt. Let's not forget that. Carmelo Hayes, he's not that. He's not where Austin Theory is. Austin Theory, he's in no man's land. In fact, I think Austin should be in All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling. I think Conman would book Austin Theory way better than Paul Levesque. You people have video game expectations when it comes to these fake pro wrestlers. Yes, nigga, on a video game, Carmelo Hayes can be a world champion, but not in real life. That's how that works. Also, you never know. Him being paired up with The Miz, he might be turning babyface. You never know. Carmelo Hayes might be turning into a good guy very soon. You never know, he might get a push. If he's being paired up with The Miz, who you cannot trust, then yes, most likely, Carmelo Hayes will turn into a good guy based off that logic. So just be patient. It's just cool down your expectations. Melo Hayes is a mid-card guy, okay? Okay? He's not an upper-tier mid-card guy. He's a middle-of-the-card mid-card guy. Cool the fuck down, but Melo Hayes is a Shawn Michaels guy. That's a red flag. Because Paul Levesque does not push Shawn Michaels guys. Okay, Braun Breaker, he's not a Shawn Michaels guy. Okay, let me refresh your memory. Did you know that Carmelo Hayes, he beat Braun Breaker 2 times for the NXT World Championship? I believe these 2 men wrestled twice. I believe Carmelo Hayes, he beat Braun Breaker for the NXT World Heavyweight Championship. And then months later, I think Braun Breaker had Paul Heyman in his corner. And Carmelo Hayes, he had John Cena in his corner. And guess who won? Melo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes won that match. So who do you think was a Shawn Michaels guy based off that logic? If Braun Breaker has a losing record against Carmelo Hayes in NXT, it's obvious. Braun Breaker was always a Paul Levesque guy. Hence why he's paired up with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. Hence why he is a 2-time IC champion. Braun Breaker is a Paul Levesque guy. Because how come Braun Breaker is being pushed as the next face of the World Wrestling Federation, and Carmelo Hayes is nothing more than a mid-card guy on SmackDown? What does that tell you? Braun Breaker was always a Paul Levesque guy. It's just you people want everything so soon. It's like, what proof do you have that Paul Levesque is not pushing Braun Breaker? Braun Breaker is currently in a feud with CM Junk, Sami Zayn, and Roman Reigns. So what proof do you have that Paul Levesque is not pushing Braun Breaker? Oh yeah, I forgot. Is Pete Dunne black? Is Tyler Bate black? I gotta check. I swear to God, I wish I could run that fade with you pro-blacks, because I hate pro-blacks. They make this society awful to live in, because that's all you do is race bait. You race hustle. That's why I wish I could run that fade with one of you pro-blacks. Also, is Dragon Lee black? Is Santos Escobar black? You see, that's why I want to run that fade with you pro-blackies, because you are spineless cowards, blame deflectors, and you are annoying.